Hey, it's Patrick here. I hope you're having a great day. I have been selling on eBay since I was 15 years old, and it's been a great source of income for me pretty much all throughout high school and for the past 6 years. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys a step-by-step tutorial exactly how to get started on eBay. It's like I said, it's been a great source of income for me. I have generated over $12,000 in sales since I started, and I haven't really even put too much time into it. So with a lot of time and practice, you could definitely pass that and start pulling in tons of money through eBay. There's a link in the description for the other video, how I made over $12,000 on eBay. And let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial and get started. All right, guys, so we are getting started here on eBay. So really quick, before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and go over, first of all, pretty much how the process works. It's pretty simple, and then also what you're gonna need in order to get started. So, number one, list it. This is on the eBay website, Selling Basics here. Number one, list it. Whatever you're selling, just snap a few pictures, write a clear description, and follow our tailored recommendations, and then watch it sell. So pretty much all you're gonna need is a smartphone with a decent camera, and a computer, and a printer, and access to packaging stuff. That's just gonna be like little boxes or envelopes, bubble wrap if you need to, packaging tape, maybe like a box cutter be handy, but that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy to get that stuff. If you need to, you can go on Amazon, order bulk like little bubble mailers for small objects and all kinds of materials, or just go to the Dollar Tree, go to the store. It's pretty easy to get that stuff. And yeah, like I said, printer to print your shipping labels off, and computer to process it all, and your smartphone's going to be for taking pictures, and you can also manage the app on there. You can create listings completely start to finish on your phone. So that's pretty much it. And then also for your PayPal on there too. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to list your item. You're going to want to take a few great pictures of it, and we'll go over some tips. Let me pull up this page really quick here. Photo tips eBay. And yeah, so this is just a kind of a quick guide on taking good pictures. So basically, you're going to want to obviously have everything clean, have some good lighting, use a solid background. It's pretty much common sense kind of things. I don't really need to pull this up, but it's got some good. You can find a lot of good tips online if you want some really in-depth kind of stuff like that. But really, long story short, all you need to do is, preferably if you do have a white background, like a white poster board or a wall or anything like that, that's going to be best. You don't need a full-on studio, or you don't need a professional camera, just a decent smartphone camera. I've never had an actual camera. I've had just my smartphone, and I've done over $12,000 in sales. So it's pretty easy to do it. All you need is some decent lighting, a good solid background, preferably white. It's not super necessary. I've sold plenty of things just on my floor or on a table or something. Take a picture of it really quick, just snap a picture of it. As long as it's the only thing in the picture, preferably. You don't want other things in the picture to make it confusing, make it obvious that that's the picture. Take thorough pictures of it. Take as many as you can, as many as they'll allow you. I think it's like 10 pictures they'll allow you, something like that. We'll see in a second here. But yeah, get every angle of it, and pretty much if there's any defects, of course, if you're selling a phone with a crack in it, make sure you get a nice picture showing the crack. You don't want to surprise anybody in a bad way. So as long as everything is very accurate in the listing, that's pretty much it. So let's get out of there. So yeah, pretty much take some nice pictures. We'll go through in detail how to create a listing. I'll do an example one for you guys soon. But yeah, before we get there, we'll go ahead and go over this stuff. So yeah, you just create the listing, and then once it sells, you go ahead and ship it. So you just print off a shipping label and either schedule to pick up or drop it off at the post office. And you can do it all from your phone or computer. Like I said, pretty easy. And then as soon as it delivers, usually, or it kind of depends how new you are, you get paid through PayPal. And we'll go over that in a second. Pretty much, I will let you know when you're first starting out. At least what happened to me was they held my money for a while, for like a week or two in the PayPal, and was unavailable. So I wasn't able to access it. But once you've sold a few items, they'll give it to you pretty much right away. It's pretty much just to make sure that, since you're a new seller, that you're going to be delivering it right away, and you're going to be reliable and trustworthy and things like that. So once they kind of figure that out, okay, they'll give you the money right away. Like usually if I sell something, boom, it's straight in my account. I can access the money right away. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can go on eBay, you can go on other websites. There's a whole bunch of like in-depth tutorials and, you know, just a whole bunch of documentation to read on how to, you know, how to get started and tips like that and stuff. But that's pretty much it. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. So we're going to go to ebay.com. This is the home page right here. You're going to go ahead and sign into your account. If you don't have an account, go ahead and just hit register. Pretty easy account creation process. Just first name, last name, email, password, create the account. Pretty straightforward. Go ahead and do that if you haven't done it already. Secondly, you're going to need a PayPal account, like I said. So if you have one, then that's great. If not, you just go ahead and sign up. So go to paypal.com, sign up. And it's similarly, it's just a straightforward sign up process for that. So just go through that and sign up. And then once you are signed up for PayPal and eBay, go ahead and sign into your eBay account. It's going to be pretty straightforward to link to your PayPal in your account settings. You know, there'll be that PayPal section here and all kinds of things. PayPal account right there. And then you just link your PayPal account through here. Pretty easy to do it. And that's pretty much it. Account, PayPal account. So once you've done that, that's pretty much all you're going to need to get started. You're going to go to my eBay here, and then you're going to pretty much always be in the selling tab. That's from my experience. Other stuff, if you're doing more buying, you have bids that you've placed on your watch list, all that kind of stuff. There's all that stuff, but you pretty much, for the most part, you're just going to be in selling. So here we are. You can see that I haven't been super active lately. Only have $170 sales in 60 days. So I haven't done very much lately, but I'm jumping back into it. Right now, I currently have some drop shipping listings up right now, and that's a whole nother video, which I'll do later. But yeah, you can see all your items here. Quick overview of, you know, everything, your sales in the past 60 days, unsold items, how many you've sold, things like that, and a bunch of other stuff here. But pretty much that's all you're going to need. And you just go ahead and create a listing. You can see here as well, these stars here, this is your feedback rating from sellers or buyers pretty much. So if anyone buys my products or buys anything from me, they're gonna be able to leave me feedback. And you can do this to anyone you bought from or anyone you sold to, leave them feedback. And that's pretty much just, you know, saying that, oh yeah, they delivered it on time and it was an easy process and all that stuff. So you're definitely gonna wanna have that. It's very important to have good feedback. You can see everybody else's feedback here. So that's just a number of ratings as well, and then it'll show you a percentage of how high it is. So that's kind of like the trust rating for your account. So definitely people are going to want to buy from you more. If you have 100% rather than like 50%, they're going to be kind of skeptical about buying from you. So it's definitely important to keep that up, and we'll go over some best practices for getting good feedback as well throughout the process here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You're going to go to my eBay selling, and then we're right here. This is going to be pretty much your home page for, you know, anything selling wise, and then just hit list an item, and we're going to go ahead and get started in a second here. So of course, before we list an item, we're going to need something to sell. So I'll go ahead and share with you guys what I did when I started out. I was 15 years old, so I was just in high school, and what I did was I looked around my house, around my room, in the garage, you know, just all over, just to see if we had any old stuff laying around that we didn't need. And I ended up finding we had like old smartphones. I found we had a Wi-Fi router that was sitting in the living room for months. And I said, hey, do we need this? And they said, no, it's just sitting there. So I sold it on eBay and I made like $80, which is a pretty cool feeling as a high schooler. It was really, really easy to do it. And I just made $80 right there. So yeah, like I said, generally you can find all kinds of things right away. When I first did that, I was making a few hundreds of dollars in high school. Just finding things lying around. I've sold all kinds of things from books to like coins to shoes, like all kinds of things. It's super, super easy to do. It gets a little harder if you're selling very large, heavy objects, especially because shipping wise. So it's definitely best to stick with smaller things if you have them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just look around. You can go to garage sales and find things that might be well worth selling on eBay to generate profit. And that's a whole nother video, finding products to sell on eBay. But yeah, just to get started, like I said, it's really easy to just look around your room, look around your house, and there's more than likely going to be something there. So that's pretty much it. Just go ahead and find something to sell. And once you find something, we're going to go ahead and jump in here. You just type what you have. I have a old video game that I'm going to sell, and that is Destiny PS4. So go ahead and just type in whatever you have to sell. Let's see if I can find the same one. That is going to be this one right here. You know what? Yeah, it's going to be that one. Okay. And it's going to be very good condition. It's not brand new, but it's very good. Make sure you're very accurate on the condition of your listing. Definitely, like I said, it's going to be really bad if somebody gets it and it is not what they expected. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You just, it's really easy to go off the ones that they have there, the suggested ones. You're not always going to have your exact same product listed on there. It could be something unique, but go ahead and just create a new one. And that's pretty much it. Just create a good title. If it's something that, like a game or something or like a electronic or something like that, where there's already a model and everything, you don't necessarily have to alter the title. If you can just leave it the way it is. Sometimes, if you really want to get into it with keywords and all that stuff, you can. But for the most part, you generally don't even need to. And then aside from that, you just need some good pictures. Like I said, you can do this whole process from your phone or take them on your phone and then upload to your computer. That's what I did for the sake of this video. So I'm going to add from a computer. You can do add from a mobile device and actually take them through here, which is pretty cool. And I got a few pictures here that I just took, and I'm going to go ahead and upload those. And you're going to want to put the main one in front. You can reorganize them however you want. Like I said, you mainly just want different angles of the whatever object you're selling. Be very thorough. For this, all that's necessary really is just front and the back, and then picture of the disc there. That's all that's necessary, really. Yeah, as long as you got some good high quality photos. Like I said, I don't even have a white background for this one. It's just my desk. So, but yeah, you can see you can still take some pretty decent. As long as they're good pictures and they look good, you're gonna sell them. I've sold tons of things like this. Just plop it on my desk, take some nice pictures, and upload them and make a sale. So it's pretty easy. You're going to want to be as descriptive as you can. You can see game name. You can do that. Destiny, the Taken King. You can see game name. So yeah, and then add a quick description. It's always definitely going to want to do that. So we'll put here your game is in perfect condition. No scratches on disc. What else is there? I could put this game came with some little what are these called, pamphlet things in the side of it with a bunch of free trials. All free trial pamphlets, I guess, are expired. Original game only. And that's pretty much all you're gonna do, is just be descriptive. Definitely be descriptive if there's any defects. If it's like a phone with a cracked screen, make sure you take good pictures of the crack, like I said, and put in the description, cracked screen, all that stuff. I didn't even do all this stuff here, I guess, but I mean, as long as you're pretty thorough on it. Like I said, if it's a pre-existing item, it's pretty easy to just, all you gotta do is mainly get the pictures in there and do your description. But that's pretty much it. This one is pretty easy for the most part. Most of them are very easy, because if you have like a DVD player, you can look on the back and find the model number, and you just type it in, and then boom, you're gonna find the exact same one on eBay, and you just sell off of that one. Definitely have your own pictures though. You don't want to use the stock images there. People aren't gonna buy from that as much as seeing the actual product that you have, So yeah, pricing, you're gonna want to change that. Now, I'll go ahead and show you a quick technique that I've used for years on how to find like the perfect price for an object, or for a product you're gonna sell. Sometimes it's like hard, like, oh, how much is that worth? It's hard to say. So one way of doing that, we're gonna go to the main page and eBay again. You actually just search it. So Destiny, Taken King, that's the game I have, PS4. We're going to search that product that we have, and you can see a bunch of them that other people are selling them for, right? Looks like this one's going to be a little cheapy one, but that's fine. And then here you're going to, on the menu here, you have a million different options. You're going to want to click on sold items. That's the main one you're going to want to look at, sold items, because you're going to be able to see other ones that have sold recently of that exact item. So you can see here, this one sold for $4.76. Man, $4. This is going to be a super cheap product, but it's mainly for the sake of the tutorial here. So yeah, you can see $4, $3.52. So it looks like this one's $7, $5, $5. I can maybe sell it for like $5. So you're going to want to look at other items and make sure it's like the same thing, just the game, whatever. And then look at similar products, or pretty much the same products that other people are selling as your own product, and you can kind of figure out how to price things that way. This is another thing you can do if you're in, like, say you're at a garage sale and you find something there and you look online how much you can sell it for. You can just hop on eBay on your phone, type in what it is, and then go to the menu and do sold items. And it's a pretty quick process. You can do that from your phone. You can do it on the computer, just to kind of find the perfect price point. You know, obviously, if you sell it, you just kind of look at them all, say, okay, they're all selling for around $4, $5, $7. So you kind of find an average in your head. You just kind of estimate. And of course, if you want it to sell fast, put it cheaper. If you want it to maybe be on there for a little bit longer, you don't need to sell it right away, but you can put it towards a higher, like the higher price point. Like, some of these are up to like $7 or $8. I could put it for $10. It's just probably not going to sell right away, but maybe it'll sell. So you kind of just need to go based off of your product and how fast you want it to sell. Usually I just put it right in the middle, kind of average of what everything else is selling for, and it sells pretty quick that way. Usually when I list products, they sell within a couple days, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm just selling like something for my house, for example. So yeah, figure out a price point, and then go ahead and hop over to your listing, and you're gonna want to do buy it now. If you do auction, you can start it from like 99 cents, and then people are just gonna bid on it, and it goes up and up and up until the 7 days or however long ends. But for general purposes, you're not going to want to do that necessarily, not unless you're going to want to do that. You can do buy now price, and then I'm going to list this for $6.95 just to be, I'll be a little bit higher on this one, but it's a cheap little product. It's whatever. I don't care. It's kind of just sitting in my desk. So if I can sell it for $6, I might as well. Other than that, ship your item. This is what I use, USPS first class package. This is really easy to do, especially for smaller objects. Basically, if it's bigger and sometimes it'll make you go through FedEx and other things like that, but it's pretty easy. All you need to do is select USPS first class package. You can change the shipping service here. There's like a million other things you can do. It's really up to you, but USPS is pretty easy. Depends on what you're selling, but this one's only 2 to 3 business days. Pretty cheap cost, so it'll generally give you the best option for you right away. And then you can also decide if you want to do free shipping or not. For this case, I'm not going to do free shipping. Buyer pays $3.75, whatever. It's a cheap object. No, I'm not too concerned about it. So that's pretty much it. We're pretty much done here. You can see there's the title, got the pictures, got a little description in there. You don't need to put very much. Got the price in there and shipping, and that's pretty much it. So you can just preview the listings. This is how it's going to look. See, you got that. You got the pictures you can look at, the price, buy it now, add to cart. People can make offers. Actually, let's take a peek at that. This is going to be in pricing. Go to more options. Allow offers. This is going to be if you're like not super set in stone about the price. If you want people to kind of lowball you, be like, hey, will you take it for this? Well, can you kind of buy it for this much? And then you can kind of negotiate. But I'm gonna turn it off for this cake because I don't want to be bargaining with people over a $5 object. So you can also do quantity. If you have more than one of the same product, that's going to be great. You can make tons of money if you're like selling huge quantities of a product for profit and things like that. There's all kinds of different strategies, which I'll do plenty more videos on in the future. And that's pretty much it. There's other things, easy pricing. Starting 10 days after listing will lower your price 5% for 5 days or until it gets to this price. So there's different things you can do for that, or schedule the listing time when you want it to start and all that stuff. So yeah, for this case, I'm going to do everything checked off and buy it now, $6.95. So that's pretty much it. Preview that listing again. And that's pretty much all you need to do. I mean, like I said, if there's any other things you really need to do, like that stuff, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how to create a listing. It's pretty easy. It'll also show you your chance of selling that item based on how many other have sold like that. So it's a low right now, but I don't know. Let's change this to 645. You can see maybe it'll go up a tiny bit more. Maybe not. Oh well, that's whatever. There's probably some kind of algorithm for that, but yeah. That's pretty much it. You do that, and then you can list it from here. I generally like to preview it first, just so you can look at it, see if there's anything you missed, like I just noticed the make offer button there, which means that I had best offer turned on. So I turned it off, and then you just pretty much hit list it. And loading up. And that's pretty much just going to create your listing. And yeah, so we got some photo tips here on like a stuff I already went over. So we don't really need that. Just as long as you're taking good pictures. And then yeah, and it's asking me here again if I do want to do easy pricing. Maybe next time. No thanks. This one is interesting too. You can boost it. So boost your item to help it sell faster. Stand out from the crowd with premium placements on pages throughout the site. So basically they'll increase it, like move it up the list, and then you pay 6% of the final sale, 38 cents, in addition to the final value fee as a result. So you pay an extra fee to do this, but it's going to make it go faster. But I'm going to say no thanks for this case. It's a small little object, you know. So yeah, it's successful and it's all done. So from there, you can go back to your, like I said, homepage, my eBay selling tab. That's pretty much your main spot there. And now I have 10 active listings because I just did that. And you can click on your active listings, or you can click on it over here. And this is going to show you everything you have. I have, like I said, a bunch of drop shipping things up right now, but we can go to the bottom. You can see my listings. So Destiny, the Dakin King right here. You can see how many people have viewed it. So it already has 2 views. And if watchers means that basically they're watching it, so they just save it to their list. And if anything happens to it, they'll get notified of it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's your listing right there. You can go to here to revise it if you want to change the price point a little bit, change any options in there at all, pretty much. You can share the listing here if you want to maybe market it a little bit, like, oh, hey, post it on Facebook, hey, anybody want to buy this, or anything like that. And then you can end it right here by take it off if you just don't want to sell it anymore, and if anything happens like that. And yeah, you can go look at it here. You can see all the details, make any changes you want, and that's pretty much it. And then as soon as it sells, yeah, we'll go over the process in a second here. As soon as it sells, I'll go ahead and hop on and create another video and pretty much attach it to this and show you how it works once this product sells. So yeah, go ahead and get your listing up and going, and you know, put whatever you have up. It doesn't have to be one object. You can put up anything you have to sell at home, and as long as you're comfortable with the process of listing it, that's pretty much it. Go ahead and throw a bunch of things up on eBay, and like I said, as soon as this sells, I'll go ahead and show you guys right now. Well, you don't have to wait for it. It'll come up in a second. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this sold and continue from there. All right, guys. So in the meantime, I actually had another product sell. I listed a few more products and I had something else sell. The game hasn't sold yet, so we're just going to go ahead and work with this product here. It's the same process for pretty much every product, so it doesn't matter. I sold a old AT&T wireless home phone router that I had lying around, so I sold that. So we're going to go ahead and work with that. So as soon as an item sells, you get notified. It's going to say ship it now. It'll pop up. Usually you get like notifications on if you have the app on your phone and your email, pretty much everywhere, so you get notified. Just hop back onto eBay, go to my eBay selling again, like we always do, and then that's just going to take you right here to that same page. You're going to want to go ahead and just print the shipping label. So the process, when an item sells, you print the shipping label, package it up, ship it out, of course, and then you leave feedback. That's pretty much how it works. It's pretty straightforward. Paid, shipped, delivered, feedback left. So let's go ahead and get started here. As soon as you have, like I said, as soon as anything sells, just hit print shipping label. It's going to have me sign in again, apparently. All right, so print shipping label here. Now it looks like the interface has changed a little bit since I've been on here last, but you can see depending on however much you did, if you did free shipping or not, the buyer paid for it. It's all included. I already got the money. It's already in my PayPal account. The buyer has paid. Make sure as soon as you sell an item, the buyer pays right away before you ship it, of course. You don't want to be shipping anything out that isn't paid for. I've had a couple weird situations where that has happened. And, okay. Purchase and print the label. Looks like this is just like, you know, if you're doing custom packaging sizes and stuff like that, make sure it fits. Okay, USPS priority mail package. Looks good. Everything is going to be pretty much already checked, or already the way it needs to be. You don't really need to mess with this too much. I'm just making sure if there's anything new here. If you do have hazardous materials, probably not. signature at delivery. There's a couple of extra things you can add there, but I've never had to do anything like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and purchase and print the label. Like I said, whether you do free shipping or not, the buyer's gonna pay for it, or not pay for it, in the money that in the transaction. So we're gonna go ahead and print that. I got my printer already hooked up. It was $7.76. The buyer paid that, so it was pretty much included in my money that I already got. And printing. Are we gonna print now? Well, pretty much all you gotta do is print the label off, and you get it there. Oh, there we go. We're going now. But yeah, so we got the label printing off right now. All we got to do after that is package up the little box that I have and put the label on there. And we're pretty much just going to ship it off. You can do that a couple ways, depending on whatever carrier that you're using. You can drop it off at the post office if it's USPS, or drop it off at UPS if that's UPS. You get the drill. Pretty much all these services do have pickup service. All of these companies do have pickup services as well if you wanted to, so that's always an option too. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So go ahead and package up your product, whatever it is, and attach the shipping label to the outside. That's really all you need to do. Make sure it's secure. If it's something fragile, make sure that it has plenty of bubble wrap. It's not going to get damaged. Pretty common sense packaging, shipping stuff. And then yeah, go ahead and ship it as soon as you can. You generally want to going to ship things off the same day they sell, or within the next day or two, as soon as you can, to make sure you don't get bad feedback. And then last thing you're going to want to do, let's see, is this feedback for the customer? No, that's feedback for eBay. Well, once that's done, we have that gone. Okay, I see it in the printer. Make sure that you got your label first. We're going to go back, and then what you're going to want to do is, not yet, but you're going to go to the selling tab. As soon as your product delivers, after it's already delivered, I generally wait a day or two, and you'll get a tracking number and all that stuff on here. But generally I wait till it's delivered a day or two, and then you're going to want to go in there and leave feedback. Now this is basically like responding to the buyer, like, oh, good job, leave feedback here. I generally just put the same message every time. Do positive. It's right there. You can see fast payments through the transaction. Pleasure doing business with. So I am going to leave that not right now, but as soon as that delivers, I'm going to leave that. Make sure you don't forget to do that. The reason you wait is you wait for them to get the product, and you wait for them to be happy, and then you leave them the review, and then hoping that they're going to leave you one back. And that is how I currently have 48 reviews that are 100%. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you do it right away, they're going to be like, okay, and then once they're going to wait a few days to get the product, then just forget about it. So that's why you wait until after they receive it. And that's pretty much the entire process on how to completely get started on eBay, create a listing, and then once it sells, process that listing. Like I said, if you are brand new, sometimes what happened in my case was when I first made a few sales, they would take that money in my PayPal account and it wouldn't be unavailable. So I did have to wait a little bit to access that right away. So that might be a hurdle you have to overcome, but that's something that goes away pretty quick as soon as you're making a few fast shipments right away. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I'll put in a little bit of footage of me packaging this up just so you can see what it looks like. And then we're pretty much good to go. All right, just going to show you a quick process of packaging. This is the product I got here, this little home phone box. It's all just in this little box here. This is the best box I could find to package it up in. Got a little bit of plastic insulation stuff to kind of keep it secure, keep it from bouncing around, and that's pretty much it. Just in a little box there. It's just an old box from Amazon that I reused, and that's pretty much it. Just make sure your product's in there secure. I also have like these little envelopes here. These are really great too. I have these for small items. I got a bunch of big set of black ones. So you just slap the shipping label on the outside, throw the item inside. It's got the little tape tab thing to seal it with. So these are really great too for small items. I definitely recommend those. I got a huge pack of these. And then you just need packing tape and scissors, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, so we got it here. I'm just gonna close it up and tape it up and slap on the shipping label real quick, and then it's all ready to go. So here's a shipping label that I printed off that we're gonna use. Just fold the piece of paper in half, and that's pretty much it. And then just tape it on the outside of the box, and that's it. All right, and we got our package all ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this off at the post office later. Like I said, you can usually have it scheduled just to pick up from your house, but I'm gonna be driving Uber Eats later, so I'm just gonna drop it off while I'm out driving. So yeah, we're all pretty much good to go, and that is the entire process of eBay listing a product and selling it from start to finish. Now that everything is all said and done, there is one last important thing that I forgot to mention earlier that you're going to want to do, very important, and that is to pay your eBay seller fee. So every time you sell an item on eBay, they take about 10% of the price. So that's like $3.45 in this case. So you do want to pay that right away. In my experience, it's better to just pay it right away when the item sells, so you have that deducted already. Otherwise, it's just gonna build up for every product you sell throughout the month, and you're gonna have to pay it all at once out of pocket. It's kind of irritating that way. So what you're gonna want to do, anytime you sell a product, like right when you sell it, as soon as you get the money in your PayPal account, go over here. I'm in my eBay selling tab here. You're gonna go to account, and you should be able to access that. I don't know if that's account settings is the same thing or not, but you just go to account over here on the seller tab. You can see $4.30 is how much I owe for that sale. So I guess it's a little more than 10% now. But yeah, what you're gonna do is you see this $4.30 that I owe them. Basically, if I don't pay that right away, they're gonna charge that to me later on, which I'd like to just pay it right away. So what I do is you go here, you're gonna see this a keyword here, you can make a one-time payment using PayPal or another payment method. That's the number one thing you're gonna wanna hit. So hit that link right there, make a one-time payment, and then just go ahead and pay that right away. So that way it's not gonna, get charged later on. It's kind of annoying. So yeah, that's pretty much the last thing. And then after that, once you've already paid for the shipping and you've already shipped it and you've already paid your fees, all the money that's left in that PayPal account is yours to keep, and you can just transfer that to your bank account and keep it. And yeah, this is pretty much just paying on there. It's just going to confirm afterwards that we're good to go. It takes you to PayPal, then takes you back to eBay. So yeah, we don't really need to wait through this. It's pretty much the whole process. Yeah, you just go ahead and pay the fee. And then, yeah, like I said, you can just keep it all, and that's pretty much all there is to it. All right, guys, that was a step-by-step tutorial exactly how to get started selling on eBay. I encourage you to get started today. I hope you followed along with me, and go ahead and get started with your first listing and making your first sale. If this video helped you out, I strongly encourage you to leave a like and subscribe. Got plenty more videos coming soon. I'll have more eBay videos coming for sure. Other e-commerce things like Amazon, tutorials, all kinds of things like that. Don't miss it out. Don't miss out on it. Have a great day. Peace out.